Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is where you are, whatever time it is that you're watching this. It is time once again for Wednesday Afternoon Live with me, SaleenDriver, the longest running Wednesday afternoon live stream on YouTube that I know of. The live stream about nothing in particular. And I'm sure we will prove that once again that this is a stream about nothing in particular, as we endeavor to do every week. Let's see, a couple people in the chat box. There's old Shippies. See how long it takes him to make a crack that will cause me to time him out. And Mr. Doomit. And Ballard is at a radio station. That's interesting. What are you doing at a radio station? Or did I miss something? And Tiger Cat, my favorite LSU Tiger fan. Honestly, she's the only LSU Tiger fan I know of, but she is my favorite one. Even if I knew someone else who was an LSU Tiger fan, she would be my favorite. Baylor Man telling us all that there are 65 days until we have football to watch. This is true. Battle Angel has joined the chat. The longest suffering female member of the little TTC that we have here. Don't know how she does it, but she does it. And Brad Pitt's here. I wonder if Brad Pitt has the same six-pack abs as Brad Pitt does. And Shippies, my own time and counsel I will keep on my own channel, sir. Hey, you were the one that showed up early. I started early. I started 3 minutes early, sir. But you decided to show up here early, and that's your fault, not mine. CJ is here with the googly eyes, keeping an eye out on God knows what. I wonder if Pizza Woman will show up. She probably won't. That's a shame. I'm going to have to find a new number one troll killer if she doesn't show up. Let's see if a few more people trickle in. I did get my car back on time. Well, mostly on time. I didn't know exactly. I didn't think they were going to have it done yesterday because of the amount of work they had to do. I wasn't sure if they were going to actually have it. I'm sure they were going to have it done today. I wasn't sure if I was going to get it back today. But I did, and all is well. It works much better now. It's actually screwed together much better now than it was before. And I have every confidence that the car will work well and not catch fire. And having your Mustang not catch fire is a good thing, I think. If you don't think that's right, let me know in the comments so I can ignore you. And later on, I'm taking my mom out for dinner. Our broker is in town. She visits now roughly every 2 months to reassure my mom that she is not alone. Even though I'm half a mile away, she needs the reassurance of our broker. And she's always coming bearing interesting, usually good news. Let's see. My phone won't stop lighting up. Okay. So what's good, going good in out there in the world today? Everyone seems to be, let's see. Baylor Man says UF has a solid baseball team. That's true. That's true. The team does seem to be playing good ball. But not knowing very much about baseball and not really caring that much about baseball, I am not really paying them. I mean, hey, good on them for reaching the College World Series, and I guess they won their first game against a dental college or something. I don't know, oral something. I guess that has something to do with hygiene of the mouth. I don't know. I don't know how far they'll go in the College World Series. It doesn't really matter to me. I mean, we're not a baseball school as far as I'm concerned. We're a football school. So let's see. Shippies. I have no idea what you're talking about, so I'm going to skip that. Slim Shady Kane is here. Good to see you, sir. Steve Pearson, one of my watch guys, is here. Good to see you. And Baylor Man says that Florida is 1 win away from the College World Series Finals. Hey, that's pretty good. I get it. I never understood how the College World Series worked. Single elimination, double elimination, super regionals, super this, super that. I don't understand. Don't get it. I think Tennessee did get eliminated. Actually, I think I saw a post from BVD who wasn't happy, but maybe they're just in the loser bracket or something. I don't know. Space Mountain says we are a track and field school. Well, perhaps. I mean, we did win the track and field national championship, which I guess is a good thing. LSU beat Tennessee last night, so I guess LSU knocked Tennessee out. I don't know. I did see a couple of blurbs on the Book of the Face that Florida is doing really well in recruiting. I guess that's for 2024 or something. But recruiting seems to be going well. I don't follow. I know a couple of guys here follow recruiting a hell of a lot more than I do. I don't have the inclination to follow recruiting. I see a headline that says Florida is doing great in recruiting. Yay. Florida is not doing great in recruiting. Damn, that's a shame. And then I move on to other things like what watch do I want to buy next? So I understand Florida is doing great in recruiting. That's yay. Great. Wonderful. Baylor Man is confirming that the Corn Dogs did knock out the Voltards. Okay, that's good. So that should make Tiger Cat happy that LSU seems to be a baseball school now. I don't know. I really don't know. If Tiger Cat is even still in here, I don't know. She's not chirping, so maybe she doesn't care about baseball. But if she doesn't care about baseball, why would she be going to the Slob softball game? Inquiring minds want to know. Yes, indeed. Let's see what else is going on in the big bad world. A submarine that is controlled by an Xbox controller and made out of carbon fiber and looks as flimsy as a model rocket from Estes. That's a very old reference for people like my age who used to build model rockets. Is sunk somewhere in the general vicinity of the Titanic. 3 miles down, stuffed with a whole bunch of people stupid enough to pay $250,000 to climb into a hollow tube made out of carbon fiber controlled by an Xbox controller and go down to the bottom of the ocean to look at a shipwreck that they could just as easily look at pictures on the internet. I hope they find them, but if they do find them, and I was just watching, and I know this will make some of you lefties salty, but I was just watching, hey, Friction Vixen is here. Good to see you, my dear. I was just watching the Charlie Kirk show, trying to get my daily dose of truth in a sea of lies and mendacity. That even if they find the submarine, they're about to run out of oxygen, and how are they going to get the thing back up? There aren't a lot of submarines out there in the world that can go down 3 miles, and there are even less submarines that can go down 3 miles and be able to hook a cable onto the broken submarine and then haul it back up to the surface again. And oh, by the way, it takes hours and hours to go down 3 miles. It's not like you pull the plug and the thing sinks in about 5 minutes. It takes a while. And then you've got to hook a cable onto it or something and then try and haul it up 3 miles again. So I'm sorry, folks. I mean, I don't want to sound terribly cynical or anything. But I think those people are goners. I mean, I'm sorry. You pays your money, you takes your chances, but it's a shame to throw your life away so cavalierly. I mean, your life is worth more than a $250,000 golden ticket to ride the waves down to a shipwreck that's been sitting there since 1912. It's 1912. Almost as old as me. So I'm sorry that they're going to die. They shouldn't have gone in the first damn place. Certainly not on a carbon fiber submarine controlled by an Xbox controller, and obviously with no backup plans in case they, I don't know, sunk and couldn't, I've fallen and I can't get up. Well, I've sunk and I can't get up. There's a reason that submarines are crammed to the gills with all kinds of technology and systems and backup systems to the backup systems. And even then, they fail and sink to the bottom and crush. See the USS Thresher and the USS Scorpion and other submarines that have failed. The Dakar comes to mind. The Israeli submarine Dakar back in '68. And that didn't sink in very deep water, by the way. Let's catch up here. Battle Angel says you don't have to care about baseball to go to the softball game. Yes, I'm aware of that. Thank you. But I would think that Battle Angel, her team is, close to the College World Series. I would figure Tiger Cat would be happy about that. Baileyman says Kirk the OG. No, Rush Limbaugh was the OG, but Kirk has been there a while. Matt Duman agrees with me. They shouldn't have been there in the first place. I completely agree. Jay Shipes gets timed out for misspelling my nickname. So go sit in a corner. And as far as the Titanic not sinking, okay, please. Wasn't the Titanic it sunk? It was supposedly the older It's not the Olympus, sir. It's the Olympic. Britannic, Titanic, Olympic were sister ships. And actually, funny you should mention it. My younger daughter had to write a paper in high school regarding that conspiracy theory because she was tasked with writing a paper for English class about popular conspiracy theories. And I suggested that conspiracy theory, and that has been well researched and well debunked. There are visual differences between the Olympic and the Titanic. It is actually the Titanic sitting at the bottom of the North Atlantic. So good try. Why don't you concentrate on the fake moon landings or Area 51 or you can watch a documentary on the fake moon landing that they turned into a mockumentary called Capricorn 1. You'll love that. It's got O.J. Simpson in it. Anyway, Yeah, it's just it's a shame about what happened, what's going to happen to those people. I cannot imagine a fate worse than a death like that, where you're in a hollow tube and you sink to the bottom of the ocean and there's no hope of rescue, and you slowly uh, choke on your own carbon dioxide and you die in the freezing cold and you're never recovered. I mean, can you imagine just trying to recover the submarine and the bodies from 3 miles down? The logistics of just that are incredible. I don't remember all the specifics. Jay Shippey's backup channel. I don't remember that. But why don't you look that up and let me know? Space Mountain says I'm all over Area 51 and UFOs. And Uncle Lou. And the Uncle Lou has attacked the conspiracy theory. Yeah, it's amazing, Lou. It really is. Although I think, considering the age of the Titanic wreck, I think all of the survivors have now passed away. There might be one left. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to look that up. Hang on. Yes, that's my keyboard. According to the Google engine, there are no survivors of the Titanic alive today. The last survivor passed away May 31st, 2009, Elizabeth Gladys Dean. She was 2 months old when she was on the Titanic, and she passed away 14 years ago. So yeah, there are no more survivors of the Titanic. So if there are survivors of if there were any secrets of the Titanic sinking, she died. She was the last person that would know, and she died in 2009. So all the secrets of the Titanic are sitting at the bottom of the ocean, where very few people can get to them. About a good point. No. We'll show that one. No. No. Sorry. No. And Baileyman says 65 days till we get to watch the Titanic struggles on the football field. I see what you did there. That was good. That was good. Good. Applause. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, by the way, Breitling World Unit Time chronograph, 46 millimeter watch. Love it. Great traveling watch. Let's see. I can barely keep the secret involving two beloved members of our community who definitely aren't dating, even though only like 5 people know. Who are 2 people that definitely aren't dating? What, you and Battle Angel? That's the worst kept secret in the world. Come on. TCU player tagged out at home plate. Are you watching a game right now, Space Mountain? Who's playing? Lou says he's keeping a secret. Okay. All I know is it ain't about me. That's for damn sure. I ain't dating anyone. I'm undateable. Just ask my daughter. She'll tell you. She calls me undateable all the time. What she does is she catches me staring at some woman out in public when we're like out to have something to eat or do whatever. She catches me staring at some woman and she says, "Oh, stop it, Dad. You're undateable." Thanks, kid. Appreciate that. Love you too. Uncle Lou says, "Don't pay any attention to anything I say." Okay, that no problem. Peter Ditz, Einhorn is Finkel. What's up, man? How you doing? Colby dating fishing football. Is that what that is? Okay. Well, if we want to talk about the Titanic or you want to talk about baseball, well, really, if you want to talk about baseball, I'll try and stay awake. Or you want to talk about Lou not being trustworthy with secrets, or Lou's not worth listening to, or whatever, there's a link. Nature Boy is here. What's up, sir? Well, I assume it's a sir. I mean, he calls himself Nature Boy. It could be, Nature Girl for all I know. I mean, what are your pronouns, Nature Boy? I mean, this is the month for pronouns, right? I mean, okay, yeah. My name is SaleenDriver. My pronouns are I don't and give a fuck. Those are my pronouns. My pronouns are don't and try me. Georgia and Bulldog. Okay. Okay, my pronouns are Florida and Gators. Even though my Gators are not very good, still a Gator. Let's see. Let's see. Uncle Lou says he's trustworthy. That's the point. I haven't said a word. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look who's here. Wow.
Oh. I guess if it's open to the public, because I'm out at Academy Sports, it's open to everybody else. I wasn't trying to direct it in that manner, though. How you doing, Saleen?
I am okay. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. Considering the fact that my refrigerator is going out, my microwave is having issues, my food sealer just went out today, and my vape went out all in the past 3 days, I am doing great.
Oh, okay.
How are you doing? What's going on with you?
Oh, not much. I'm trying to. Lou wants me to put you in full screen so he can see what store you're in. Sure.
Academy Sports.
Yeah, I don't think that's what he really wants.
Yeah, I know. But, hey, man, have respect for some BA.
There you go, Lou.
Hey, BA, I hope you know I love you. And don't be bothered by him.
BA has been going out with Lou for so long.
I know, and she's so used to it.
I think she's built up a serious immunity.
I think so too, but I still want her to know that I'm a girl and I am my own self. I am the way I am, but I don't ever mean any disrespect towards her. And
Battle Angel says, "Put your tongue back in your mouth, Lou." And I don't understand this. Is Josh Pate selling?
I think it's Pate, isn't it?
Is Josh Pate selling Chalice of Supremacy there? What? Is Lou having an epileptic fit or something? I mean, what's going on with him? Matt Dummett says he doesn't see a store, so you're a hit. You're a hit there, Friction. Coolers, okay.
Yeah.
Coolers. Oh, that reminds me, I got to go buy some storage bins for my kid.
Oh, yeah, because they're moving.
Yeah, the younger one has to be out of her apartment by the end of July, and actually get a real apartment this time instead of like a student thing.
Oh my God! Oops, Sorry. Like throwing stuff on the floor over here. Oh shit.
Well, you say your fridge and your microwave are going away. What are you going to do something about it or what?
I actually just did something about it 2.5 years ago. I bought a completely new refrigerator, but I have a problem in between. So the space that I have in my kitchen, like I have like the old like trimmed out cupboards, and I wasn't able to fit anything big refrigerator wise, which means that the only room that I had space for was like this old school with the freezer on top, fridge on the bottom. And the freezer gets over frozen while it doesn't refrigerate the rest of the stuff in the fridge, and it's causing shit to just go bad.
Shippies, be respectful.
Do what?
Respectful. He said, "Man down, dispense the flotation devices." Be respectful, sir. She's been here. She's been in this group longer than you have, so be respectful.
Yeah,
what's up, Slim?
Probably way longer, but just know you can't fucking hurt my feelings. The only person that hurts my feelings are my family.
Women will not be disrespected on my channel.
Well, I always appreciate that, Saleen.
Except for my sister. She can go fuck herself.
Or your wife, right? Because I've heard that she's fallen on that category lately too, huh?
Ex-wife. I paid dearly.
Yes. I'm sorry, of course, ex-wife, not wife.
I paid dearly for the privilege of saying ex-wife. I recently for a report I had to file, and I won't go into it any more than that. I had to total up all the money that I sent to her over the years between the divorce and the emancipation of my younger daughter. That figure really made me sick.
Oh, yeah, it's 2 quarts smaller. It's cool. I like this color better anyway. Sorry.
Okay, thank you, Lou. Date, rate, late, Pate.
Say what?
Okay. He said something earlier about, is Josh Pate selling Chalice of Supremacy there? And I mispronounced Pate and I said Pate.
I said pate. I think you said pate or pat or patty or something.
Well, I said Patek because
and then I said pate, like the food pate.
Yeah, and I said Patek because that's a watch brand, Patek Philippe. So I'm used to saying Patek. I don't know what he's talking about still. Is Josh Pate selling Chalice of Supremacy? I did, huh? An ornate glass. Okay, is Josh Pate selling an ornate glass of Supremacy there? I still have no idea what he's talking about. Yes, I got it, Lou. I got the pronunciations. It doesn't, Chalice. Yes, I get it. It still doesn't mean I know what the hell you're talking about. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe it's part of the hip crowd thing, and I'm just too old to figure it out. I don't know.
Hey, so Saleen, don't ever feel that way because I'm only 34 years old, and I constantly am in that category where I'm just like, am I just missing something here? I'm like, no, I guess I'm just too old.
Well, Dr. Bob is here, one of my watch guys. How you doing, sir? Yeah, Chalice. Yeah, okay. I don't. You know what? I'm over it now. I'm over it. Help me out, Slim. What the hell's going on?
I got nothing.
Hey, okay. Well, I feel better now. I don't know. You don't know. I feel. Oh, Lou is. Cam up, Lou. Okay, well, he cams up and shows me a picture of monkey, so I guess that's good enough.
How do you not know what a chalice?
Oh, chalice. Okay. Okay.
An ornate glass, not a chalice.
Okay.
Not Josh Pate. What are you doing? Occam's razor, the simplest answer. P-A-T-E, Pate.
I thought it was pate, like the food product.
A chalet of pate. How you doing?
I don't know. I don't know anymore. I really. What are you talking about, though?
Josh Payton sells
I know.
Chalice of Supremacy. And,
I'm
and
not.
his and his sponsor is Academy Outdoor and Sports. So I was asking if Josh Pate was at Academy Sports and Outdoors selling Chalice of Supremacies.
I haven't seen him.
I don't even know who Josh Pate is.
Who?
Hey, I don't know who Josh Pate is.
Do you know who Josh Pate is?
No, I don't know him either.
Josh Pate is, I mean, he mainly, I'm pretty sure covers just like Georgia football, but other football as well. He's like the film guy, or oh God, what's his name?
Josh Pate works for 24/7.
For 24, but he did do more like Georgia sports, or I know he covers Georgia sports like religiously.
He covers everybody.
Oh, I guess that we just listened to him
just did
about
an
Georgia
hour
sports.
interview like a week ago with Mario Cristobal. So.
I didn't. Okay, well, that gives me a little more context.
It's Mario.
I'm sorry, Mario.
It's Mario. It's Mario Cristobal.
I thought it was Cristobal.
My sincerest apologies.
Friction. My friend Dr. Bob's Nightmare says you're a pretty girl. So, he's a good watch guy. Don't.
Who's pretty cool? Josh Pate?
No, Dr. Bob in the comments.
Oh, never heard of Dr. Bob.
He's a watch guy. Remember, I'm sort of a watch channel too.
Oh, I know you are. I mean, I've paid attention to your watch channels, and I've suggested some good watches to you, and then you sold them. And now I can't find the same straps. So I've been, I told you I wanted to buy the straps for my G-Shock.
Yeah.
Like the ones that you got, that you sold Raj as
your
like.
G what?
My G-Shock?
Oh.
Not my.
Never mind. I'm going to mute myself.
You know who never comments on my watch videos? Lou.
Yeah.
I don't even think he watches them, but he never comments on them, except for one. No, wait, that wasn't even a watch video. That was one of my walking and talking videos.
I thought this was also a cloud yelling channel.
A what?
A cloud yelling channel.
Cloud?
Yeah, you yell at the clouds.
No, well, I yell at the clouds, but I'm usually yelling about something.
Yeah, but the clouds didn't do it. So why are you yelling at the clouds?
Well, that's where God is supposed to be, up in the heavens. I'm hoping he will strike down my enemies.
Not supposed to pray for that kind of thing.
Well, couldn't he just strike down the post office? I mean, just one favor, I mean, I'm not asking for a specific person. I could.
I mean, will bankruptcy work?
No, you can't bankrupt a government institution, unfortunately.
Well, I beg to differ. They've been bankrupt for 40 years.
Oh, okay, yeah. When I think bankrupt, I mean they stop doing business and they go away forever. Like Circuit City or something.
Yeah, well, legally bankrupt means you're out of money. They're out of money until they hit the copy button.
I don't know what that means, Chippies. I mean, I average more minutes than views on his watch videos. What does that even mean? I don't know.
Hey, Saleen, you want me to show you your favorite car? It's a brand new Mustang.
Is it flattened or otherwise wrapped around a piece of the environment? Or
no, I'm passing it in the middle lane.
Okay, sure, go ahead. You'll have to turn your camera on.
Really?
Wait a minute. You're
Fucking
passing a
shocker.
Mustang in a truck?
As a matter of fact, I am.
Before you turn your camera on, you're not wearing a G-Shock, are you?
As a matter of fact, I am.
Oh, yeah, no, we don't want to see that.
There's Saleen. There's your Mustang, sir.
That's not a Mustang. That's an abomination before God.
That word Mustang on the side of it begs to differ.
If you were a friend, a true friend of me and my channel, you would run that car off the road and watch it burst into flames. Please. Please.
Oh, now they're passing me.
How is that possible?
I'm going uphill.
Oh, whatever. Even Lou will agree with me on this. That is not a Mustang.
Well, it says Mustang and it's got a pony on it.
So what? I could stick a Mustang emblem on a watermelon. Doesn't make it a Mustang.
It's a Mustang just as much as that Lamborghini station wagon is a Lamborghini.
I haven't seen the station wagon. I've seen the SUV.
That's what I'm talking about. That Urus thing.
Oh God, I hate those
things. I thought they might have come out with a station wagon. I just hadn't seen. I was going to look that up.
Shit, they might.
Did you know there was a Ferrari station wagon? Well,
they had to make one because people were buying the Lamborghini one.
It was the strangest looking thing you ever saw. It was all-wheel drive Ferrari, and it looks like a station wagon. I think it was called the FF. Yeah, let me see if I can find it. Hang on a minute.
No.
What would be wrong with seeing my G-Shock, by the way? I happen to have a nice G-Shock.
Yeah, there it is. Hang on. God, that thing is ugly. Ugh. Just looking at it makes me queasy.
Just look at it.
It's terrible.
Admire it.
Just look at it.
I don't want it.
Would you look at it?
No, that's really not where. Okay, I'll just do that. Make it a separate window.
Saleen, you got any thoughts on? You got any thoughts on Florida's June recruiting title that they won?
I was talking about that earlier. I'm really. I mean,
are you excited for 2026 now?
No.
When those players start playing.
Who's going to be the head coach in 2026?
That's what I'm wondering. Who's going to be coaching all those kids?
I have no idea. Okay, can you all see that now?
The Lane train?
No, God help me, no. Can you
Lane
see the
Kiffin to Florida? That seems rather.
Can you see this? The Ferrari FF? Can you see that now?
Yeah.
Look at that thing. It's horrible looking.
Yeah, but it says Ferrari on it, so it's worth $500,000.
Are they still making V12s, or they had to stop?
No, they're still making V12s. That's terrible. I gotta get that thing off my screen before it makes me sick. I'm not a big fan of Ferraris anyway.
The whole family deserved to go 220.
Huh? Yeah, sure. Why not? Lane Kiffin to Florida. I'll become a USF fan.
The Lane train.
That's correct, Dr. Bob. That was a Mudmaster. I wear most days.
No, I'll tell you what I'll do. And you can clip this if you want. Lane Kiffin becomes a head coach of Florida. I'm a Georgia fan.
Ooh. Whoa. Relax.
What's with the hate for Lane Kiffin, sir?
I don't like Lane Kiffin. I don't think he's not.
Is it because Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss just stole that 10th grade quarterback that y'all wanted?
No, ain't got nothing to do with that.
I mean, Lane Kiffin's kind of a prick, but I'm gonna still put him higher on the moral scale than Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer.
I don't want Urban Meyer back either. Not unless he makes a full-throated, on his knees, mea maxima culpa in front of the swamp.
And he has to make all of his medical records public too.
Yeah, that would be a good. I think that would be a great idea. I want to not only do. I'll go you one better on that one. I want him to have a physical every quarter, and it's videotaped. And
you mean every 3 months, right? Not
every
okay.
Every
not
3
four,
months.
not 4 times per game.
No. Okay, I'm sorry. Although maybe that's not a bad idea. But every 3 months, I want him to have a videoed and streamed on YouTube or wherever medical exam.
Can we also get the name, phone number, and address of every mistress he's had, past and present?
Ooh, not sure I care about that. Manny Diaz to UF.
Manny.
No, I don't want a former University of Miami player coaching the Gators. Thank you. No, I think you know what? If we're going to hire a former,
wait a minute. Manny Diaz was not a former Miami player, and you have had him. No, but you have had Randy Shannon as your interim coach, who was a former Miami player.
Yeah, that really worked out great, didn't it? Phil Fulmer, you know what, Jerry.
Well, I mean, North Carolina dug up Mac Brown out of the grave, so I mean, fuck. Why don't Florida go dig up Tom Osborne, bring him out?
Well, why not bring back Charlie Pell? He did okay. He did pretty good. He managed to get Florida their first SEC title. Of course, it was taken away from us, but never mind. He won the title. Butch Jones, that's it. You know what? I'm going to resist. Butch Jones would not be a great fit.
We can make the ghost of Vince Dooley your head coach, and Derek Dooley can be his assistant head coach.
Why not bring back Spurrier? At least he's a great coach. He'd rather be playing golf, but he's a great coach.
Yeah, but he'll quit on you in the middle of the season.
He only did that once. Well, and it was South Carolina. It was South Carolina. Do you blame him?
He kind of quit on Florida there at the end, too.
Who wants to live in South Carolina? Jesus.
I got it. I got it. Let's bring back Ron Zook.
Oh God.
The Zooker.
No.
Saleen, somebody told a joke on the Lunch Money Show that I think you would appreciate.
We could bring back Galen Hall. Yeah, okay.
Why is Helen Keller a terrible driver?
I don't know.
Because she's a fucking woman.
I'm going to hell for laughing at that, aren't I? That's a good one.
Now, see, you laughed at it. You said it's a good one because you know there's some truth to it.
Well, first time I gave a driving lesson to my older daughter, she immediately crashed my car. So,
have you let either one of your children drive Saleen?
No, but
terrible parent.
No. Okay, no. I gave them both a requirement. I said I would teach. I said it to both of them. I gave them the chance to do the challenge, and they both failed. I said, I will teach you to drive this car, which, by the way, is something your mother never was able to do, but that's a side subject. All you have to do is get in the car, adjust the seat properly, put your left foot on the clutch, the millennial anti-theft device, and push the clutch all the way down and all the way up 10 times in succession. You can't stop. They couldn't do it.
I take offense to that because technically I'm a millennial and I know how to drive stick.
Did you let them drive your Hyundai?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. That was nice of you.
Well, actually, the younger daughter has the Hyundai right now in Tampa. I had to keep her car here to have a brake recall done, which was done this morning.
That's good.
Well, yeah. I mean, the car needs brakes. I mean, I don't want my kid to die.
Well, no, you just hit something going slowly, and you'll survive it.
What if your sister's car needed brakes?
What?
What if your sister's car needed brakes?
Oh, I'd cut the hoses myself.
Sounds like some kind of right-wing terrorist to me.
Yes. Somebody said it was a 4-cylinder automatic. What? Somebody said what was a 4-cylinder automatic? My Hyundai? Yes, it's a 4-cylinder automatic. I don't understand. Actually, so is my kid's Fusion.
But it's sneaky quick.
Actually,
it's the Trevor Lawrence of cars.
The Hyundai is not terribly slow, but I didn't need it to be quick. I have the Mustang for that. The Saleen is not a 4-cylinder automatic. There's never been a 4-cylinder Saleen. Facts.
Is the Saleen really that quick, though? Isn't it more fast?
I think it's plenty fast, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that all depends on your standards of fast.
Mustangs aren't all that quick.
Well, they're kind of heavy, so yeah.
Yeah.
No, yours is heavier than mine.
I think mine's almost 3,000 pounds.
I think yours is about 3,600 pounds.
Yeah, maybe.
Y'all got those Mopars beat. Them boats are over 4,000 pounds.
What is that, like the Dodge Challengers and that?
Well, yeah, even the two-door Challenger's like 4,400 pounds.
Yeah, those are land yachts.
2014 Mustang range of curb weight is 3,500 to 3,700 pounds, depending on, if it's a convertible or if it's a hardtop. So split the difference, 3,600 pounds.
Yeah.
I think mine is a little less.
When Luann gets a little more experience driving, you going to teach her to drive a stick, Luke?
She's driven it a couple of times.
Oh, mine's about 3,400 pounds. Older car.
Only in parking lots. I haven't. She's never driven it on the road.
Right.
Too much to think about for her.
No, my Saleen's a V8, Jerry. Thanks for playing. Hey, click the thumbs up button, guys and gals. Don't forget to do that for me, please. But Lou sent me a video of he did an installation on his kid's Jeep. It came out pretty slick.
Yeah, she's a happy girl. She got home last night. She loves it.
Is it now? Was that can that change color, or is it all constantly that color?
It changes. It's RGB.
What color is the Jeep?
Black.
Oh yeah, that'll look great against anything. So is she going to take that thing off road, or is that going to be a mall crawler?
Mall crawler.
Yeah.
So, it's a 16-year-old girl. What do you think she's going to do with it?
I don't know. I haven't actually had the pleasure of meeting the girl. I met his son, Lou Jr. Nice kid.
Well, yes, but it's a pretty safe assumption that a 16-year-old girl is mostly going to be taking anything to the mall.
The one thing I remember about Lou Jr. was when we first met, Lou and I and Papa Lou, we went to Tommy's for lunch, and I kept calling Lou Lou, and he's looking at me like, that's not his name.
Huh.
Why do you keep calling him that? I said, I know what his name is, but I know him as Lou, so I keep calling him. He keeps calling me Saleen.
Right.
It's not my name. But
yeah, to us, that's normal. Like,
yeah, that's normal. Like, I call you Slim. I know your name isn't Slim. Yeah.
I've thought about legally changing my name just to make it easier.
I think if I change my name to Saleen, not only would that confuse a lot of people, but I think the Saleen Motorsports would probably sue me for copyright infringement. I actually asked permission to use the name. Well, I started using the name, and then I had to interact with Saleen to get some stuff for the car. And they said, "Oh, we know you have that channel on YouTube." And I said, "Yeah, that's me." And he says, and I said, "Is it okay to keep the name?" He said, "Yeah, we don't care. Fine."
Anybody got a message they want me to pass on to Ryan Day as I drive by his house?
Don't know who Ryan Day is, but no, not me.
Seriously? It's the Ohio State head coach.
No. Okay. Go sit in the corner, Jay.
I'm coming into Columbus, Ohio as we speak.
What you doing in Ohio?
Trying to get the fuck out of it.
Loaded or unloaded?
Loaded.
What you got?
Same thing I always got.
I don't know what you haul normally, honestly.
Coal tar.
Who?
Coal tar.
Coal tar.
Yep. Went up to right outside of Pittsburgh, picked up a load, carried back to Memphis.
What do they do with it in Memphis?
Make it into creosote and tar for asphalt.
Sounds good. How is the talent show going, sir?
Good.
I saw a video from Jesse. Was it yesterday or the day before?
That, I guess he thinks he should have won since a 400-pound man in a diaper won last year.
I should have won, but I was put in a no-win situation.
Well, Ballard.
Wasn't no beating our amateur Chris Stapleton. That wasn't happening.
So I know VicTube is knocked out. But Ballard is moved on.
Yeah, it turns out he's a hell of a whistler.
a whistler. Oh. So
apparently, whistling will get you farther in the talent show than knee slapping. We've determined that.
Okay. Are we at the finals next week, or?
Yeah, next Monday will be the final videos.
Are you going to do finals in the winners bracket and the losers bracket, or?
I think we're doing the final of the losers tomorrow.
Now, is the final of the losers going to be which one is the better of the two losers, or the worst?
Yeah, the worst.
So, who are the finalists in the losers bracket?
I think there's like 10 or 11 left. We're just going to narrow it down one by one tomorrow.
I'm kind of perturbed Saleen didn't send in a talent video.
Yeah, me too. You know, he's never sent one in.
No, I haven't actually. I cannot think of a discernible talent I could.
You know what would be great for you to send in?
What?
A recording of you calling some company that you're mad at.
Oh, like your DirecTV video back in the day?
Yeah, like you calling. I guess you don't ever call the post office, do you?
Or FedEx.
You can't get anyone on the phone.
Yeah. Well, if you ever find yourself having to call some company to yell at them for, you remember, like I'll give you an example. You remember when those people fucked up your dad's sweet potato pie?
To this very day, I remember.
Yeah, like you calling that company to give them the what for, that would be a good talent for you to send in. Something like that.
Victor was living and breathing for the. Yeah, he's in Philly still, I guess. But I did that rant video. I guess that's
now,
not
if you
quite.
send in a video of you actually yelling at some kids to get off your grass, I'd vote you to the finals.
The problem is there's no kids around here.
Yeah, very few kids are tired.
Go ahead and say it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Very few kids. What?
Very few kids are retired. So that's why there's none in there.
Yeah.
I guess they don't care about the grandkids. Don't care about coming to see the grandparents. I guess
the only kid I know that's retired is Chess Hall.
Ooh, ouch. He was on online yesterday. He did a live stream. He was yelling about some guy. What was it? He was yelling about. He puts up these videos about, like, oh, piss on you, somebody, or I don't know who these people are. But on
YouTube he did that?
Yeah.
Oh, because I thought he retired from YouTube.
He actually did a video talking about one of these guys that he's mad at now. And he actually pointed the camera down at the ground, and he ostensibly was peeing on the ground. And he said, "This is what I think of you. Piss on you." And I can't remember who it was.
Yeah. I guess he unretired.
Who was the guy? Hang on.
I don't know. I don't think him and A-Bomb ever met up at Buc-ee's, so maybe it was him.
Yeah, he's pissed off at somebody named A-Bomb and trying to figure out who the fuck is A-Bomb. Hang on a minute. Maybe it's here still. No, it's TikTok Chess Hall, not Chess Hall.
He looks about 25 years older than Chess and about 350 pounds lighter.
Okay. Live. Here's the live. I guess he took it down.
Shocker.
So he's pissed off at somebody named Haas. I don't know who that is. And this guy was like nuts or news or numb nuts or something.
Haas is one of the backroom boys.
Oh, the person he was taking a leak on in the stream was D-Town.
Oh.
Who I don't know who that is either.
Yeah, those are all NFL people.
No.
That whole D-Town and that.
But the other video the stream yesterday is he took it away or something.
Maybe he retired again.
Or maybe he's just taking a break.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Saleen, when you took your break, did you ever think about retiring from YouTube?
No, I just needed to clear my head and get some advice and some help.
Yeah, I like how you said what you were going to do and then did that.
Well, I mean,
instead of saying like I'm retiring from YouTube and then you're making videos again the next day.
Yeah.
That's
well, I've always tried to be a say what you mean what you say person.
Right.
But thank you, Baylor, man. I appreciate that. He says, stop mistreating SaleenDriver.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I
support that.
I like my YouTube life, if you will. I like being on YouTube. I like making videos. I still can't edit worth shit, but I try and teach myself something new once in a while. I like the folks that I've met on here. I think there's probably only about 3 or 4 people that I permanently blocked away that I just don't. And you know who they are, so I'm not going to rehash that. But every once in a while, this becomes not fun anymore, and I keep denying it until something triggers me to be a complete ass, and then I step back and I say, "Damn, son, you shouldn't have done that. Maybe you need to step away." And I tell everyone I'm going to step away, and I step away, and then I come back.
Yeah, I support that.
And I don't know. Yeah, honestly, I got to admire folks like you, Lou, because you do this for a living, and you got to put food on the table and casino chips in your pocket, and you do this every day, whether you feel like it or not, whether you're burned out or not, whether you're pissed off at the world or not. And, this is what you do. That's not what I do, so I can afford to,
right,
step away. But
I mean, I do take a break sometimes. If I don't, there are days where I know I should be doing something and I don't do it because I need a day off or I need a break. But I mean, it's like any other job. No matter how much you love your job, there's some days when you just don't feel like doing it.
Yeah. Jerry, I haven't started doing the walking videos again. I'm going to. Honestly, this week, I've actually started riding my bike more than walking. So I got to figure out a way to aim the camera at me while I'm on my bike.
Biking and talking would be good.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to aim the camera at yourself. You can aim it at the path that you're going.
Yeah, I could. I'll figure it out. But
that way we can all watch you ride your bike in the middle of the street and bitch at you in the comment section about it.
Well, riding your bike in the street will probably be a little bit more natural than walking in the street. But
actually, it's required. I mean, you can't ride it anywhere else.
Baylor Man got a cam up, so I know that you're you.
Baylor Man.
Yep. Show your face.
How many days until Baylor Man comes on?
Oh, you better be. You better have clothes on. That's all I have to say.
Baylor Man.
Well, your camera's off. Clothes are not a requirement.
True, but he could turn.
I think I leave my camera off quite a bit.
He could turn his camera on and be naked. I mean, Luke cammed up and showed us his pussy. Sorry, that was too easy. That was an easy one. I had to take it. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're talking about my monk?
Oh, your monkey. You showed us your monkey.
You're talking about your monk. You're talking about your monk.
Anyway,
yeah,
I'm going to start. I'll start with the riding and talking, or walking and talking. I'll start. This week has been a little bit weird. I haven't had a chance to get on the bike or anything because the morning it's either raining out or my mornings are taken up with stupid shit that I can't avoid. Yeah,
sir, you can avoid anything. Absolutely avoid doing anything. I'm a master at it.
Well, doctor's appointments you really can't avoid.
I've been avoiding them. Not really a problem for me. No, Jerry. No, Edward is not trying to start another YouTube channel on account of the fact that he's starting a Rumble. He figured if nobody is going to watch him, he might as well be on Rumble where nobody watches anything.
I found Rumble to be useful for a couple of things, but mostly I'm on YouTube. I found Rumble to be useful when I'm watching a live stream that's being done on YouTube and Rumble at the same time. And for some reason, the host pisses off YouTube and they shut his stream down. I just flip over to Rumble. But that doesn't happen very often. Now, I did get some good news this morning. I got some very good news this morning. I'm very happy about it. I have a doctor's appointment coming up next week, and I had to get blood work done. And usually, unfortunately, my blood work is the results are kind of all over the place a bit. But and what they do, and anything that's out of range is usually in a different column in a different color. My blood work came back with only one thing out of range. And it's been a long time since that happened. And my A1C is way down.
What was it that was out of range? Your attitude?
Yeah, that too. But no, usually it's my A1C and my glucose numbers are usually way off, indicating that I'm diabetic. Well, yeah, I know I'm diabetic. So, but my glucose number was well within range. And my A1C was down to 6.4.
Hey, if you don't go to the doctor, nothing's out of range.
Yeah, that's true. But my A1C is close to the point where they could say, well, it's actually really good. I mean, it's about where my doctor wanted it to be, or was hoping it would get to. So the new meds are working.
Did you get your prostate checked?
No.
Do you want to?
No. Nobody wants to. Well, maybe George Takai wants to, but never mind that. No, I have not. I have not had that done in a while.
Somebody needs to make a troll account right now called SaleenDriver, and they need to constantly type in the comment section how you need to get your prostate checked. That's very important.
Well, I'm sure Shippies will do that for you.
SaleenDriver.
You're gonna get your prostate.
Why don't you go get your prostate examined and video it for us?
Well, I did try to get a colonoscopy.
No, you are about that age, sir.
Yeah,
I tried to
doctor
get a
said no.
DVD from I tried to get a DVD from my wife's colonoscopy, but they said that wasn't an option.
Oh, gee, that's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
God.
That's not a good sign, Jerry. It's not a good sign at all. Did he at least give you a discount on the exam afterwards? Asking for a friend. I may change doctors. Well,
Might be a good idea.
Zona, I don't know. I want to ask a general practitioner about that. There was no copay. Well, that's good. Did he pay you? I mean, shouldn't he pay you for that? Did you get a cigarette afterwards, or at least like a candy cigarette? Anybody remember candy cigarettes?
Anytime you have a doctor's appointment that includes a happy ending for the doctor, that's not good.
No, that's usually a bad sign. Yeah, I'd have to I'll give you that one. Actually, a friend of mine had scheduled a colonoscopy for the 19th, June 19th. He had forgotten that Father's Day was June 18th. He spent Father's Day doing the prep work for the colonoscopy.
Oh, that's no good.
Yeah, that's
No.
really, really bad. I mean,
I've never had to do it myself, but I've been witness to it.
Yeah, you don't want to be more than about 5 feet away from a bathroom for a good long time. And his children wanted to take him out for dinner and do all the Father's Day things. And he said, "Sorry, I have to be doing this." And he said, "You don't want to be here for that."
Well, that'll show you how much your kids really love you if they are there.
Well, they're adult kids, so they don't want to be there for that. Especially his son doesn't want to be there for that. There's, not a lot of fun. But we'll see what my doctor says next Wednesday. See if I get if he makes me make an appointment for 6 months down the line, then I guess I get to live. I mean, if he didn't want me to make an appointment, then I guess I'd be in big trouble. My friend Jason is here from Aruba. How are you, sir?
I'm ready to set up your appointment with TK for your prostate exam.
Oh, okay. But can she? I mean, you've met TK, right?
Yeah.
Saleen, what did you say that person's name was in the comments there?
Jason?
Yeah, no, the rest of it. No, the blue person.
Yeah, Design Atelier. Yeah, his name's Jason.
What's the YouTube name though?
Design Atelier.
Atelier?
Yeah, I think I'm pronouncing that right.
Atelier.
Atelier, it might be right. He told me what that means once, but I forgot. Jason, put in the comments what that word it means. He is
It's high-end fashion.
Yeah, he is. He's the designer. He works in the watch industry,
Right?
and he's very good at it. His channel is excellent. If you like, he is. I'd say easily you and he are right there in terms of video editing skills. He's very, very good at editing and creating videos.
Do you think
he doesn't do what you do with having two characters on the screen at once, but he can do some visual effects that are really fantastic.
Do you think he knows what a chalise is?
Yes.
Okay.
SaleenDriver is my second favorite watch channel.
And Friction, yes, you are right. You are correct. Zelos is a watch brand, and I have an idiotic number of Zelos. I think my Zelos collection has transitioned from big to too big to idiot big. So, and correct again. That is French, yes.
Atelier.
I gotta take a wicked yes.
And oh yeah, Friction's. I guess her battery died. That's why she dropped out of the. And Atelier equals workshop.
Atelier, beignet, Josh Pate, Chalise.
Chalise. I guess so. Vixen is on her laptop. Okay. But yeah, Jason's watch brand of choice is G-Shock. Believe it or not, he is. I call him Mr. G-Shock because you got a lot of them, and every time there's yeah, like that. Well, I don't think his wrist can handle a Mudmaster, but he's got a lot of G-Shock, and he's always up on new release news and new releases and all. He's even created his own designs of what he thinks some G-Shocks should be, and he puts them on the channel. He actually does the design on the videos, and I think G-Shock should hire him. I think he's got some good ideas.
Yeah.
But I don't own any well, no, wait. Do I own any G-Shocks? No. No, I don't have any right now. I sold my last one. I even sold him one. Selling him a watch is easy. Shipping it down to Aruba, not so much. Their customs people like to hold on to stuff forever.
Well, so that's why, like when I order stuff from overseas, they ship it to Switzerland, and then it ships from Switzerland here. Less problems.
I'll tell you one place never to buy from. Well, two places never to buy from. Do not buy or sell to Italy, and do not buy or sell to Brazil. And we lost Lou.
Why are you discriminating against Italy and Brazil today?
I'm not discriminating. I'm telling you flat out. Their postal and shipping systems are horrid. Nothing wrong with Italian folks. Jesus Christ. Italian folks are salt of the earth. Wonderful people.
I like Italian food.
Lou dropped his phone. Okay. So Italian people, salt of the earth. Love them to death. But their postal system and their custom system is a joke joke.
I wonder
Terrible.
if Lou's going to come on here and blame the Alabama receiving corps.
Yes, you can. Yeah, you blame everything on Alabama's receiving corps. Now, I ordered a watch from Brazil one time. It was a watch that you couldn't get in America. You could get it overseas, and hang on. No, Mexicans are not Spanish. Spanish are not Mexicans. Mexicans are Mexicans, and Spanish are Spanish. So, not going to get me with that one. No.
But Mexicans speak Spanish.
Yes, Mexicans speak Spanish, but Mexicans are not Spanish people. Mexicans are Mexican people. I bought a watch in Brazil. It was a good price. It was available. I bought it. It took 6 weeks to get from Brazil to my house. 5 of those 6 weeks, it sat in a warehouse in Rio de Janeiro because they were in the middle of Carnival, or one of their many carnivals or whatever. It sat and for 5 weeks for no reason. I even spoke to people in the warehouse. The guy who sold it to me actually got me a contact at the warehouse that was at it, and I got a hold of somebody that spoke English. And we had the discussion, why can't you move it? I don't know. We haven't got any people here. They're all celebrating Carnival and all this shit. I said, so what? They're sambaing in the streets. Nobody can release a 2-pound package. And he said, nope. And once it got out of Brazil, it took about a little under a week to get to my house. Not doing it.
I can drive to Brazil faster than a week.
That's what I said. Friction Vixen says they speak Mexican in Mexico. I ain't going there.
Well,
Jerry
technically,
Wells,
she's right because I mean, it Mexican Spanish is quite a bit different from
It's
Spain
more of a
Spanish.
Yeah, it's
And
more of a
her-
slang in Mexico. Kind of like the Southeast has a slang, like Southeast.
Well, it's kind of the same way everywhere because I saw this, growing up in Florida.
hmm
Call it different dialects, I guess is the correct term.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Puerto Ricans and Cubans all speak Spanish, but there is a difference.
Oh, yeah.
Sir, it's the King's English now, or the King's British now. It's not the Queen. The Queen's dead.
God save the Queen. Oh, wait, he didn't.
Well, I see a meme once after Charles was coronated, and he says, a picture of a man who spent his whole life waiting to wear his mother's clothes.
Oh,
I thought that was funny. Because he's wearing that, I mean, he had the crown on, obviously, but he had this monstrous cape or shawl, whatever. He looked like his mother. He had the gloves on and everything. It's like, you don't look right, Chuck. Sorry, you don't look right.
Yeah, I remember there was blanket coverage of that on news channels, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, watching it, didn't we fight a war a couple hundred years ago not to give a shit?
Yeah, I thought so. Nature Boy wants a G-Shock. Who can recommend one they like, own, that won't break the bank? Oh.
Get a Mudmaster.
See, the thing about G-Shocks,
it'll last.
Yeah, the thing about G-Shocks is there's literally almost 1,000 different models of G-Shock. I mean, they cover. I've seen G-Shocks as low as $40, and I've seen them as high as literally $85,000. But that was a 18 karat solid gold G-Shock, and there are only 35 of those. But I've seen them in the thousands.
For your birthday.
Huh?
I'm gonna send you an Invicta for your birthday.
No, you won't. No, you're not.
Why not? You buy one, you get 4 free. Got to do something with the 4 free ones.
You could smash them with hammers and pretend you're Hillary Clinton. And I don't know what your definition of break the bank is, Nature Boy. I mean, the definition of break your bank for some people is $50, and break your bank for other people is $2,000. So. Oh, okay. They said $150 to $200 range. God, there's so many in that range. It's incredible. You'll probably end up with a G-Shock, what they call the G-Shock Square, in the DW line. They also have they also have one that's been nicknamed the Cassie Oak because they're shaped like the Royal Oak, the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. There's round ones, there's square ones, there's like the one Slim is wearing, the Mudmaster or whatever, Range Masters. I mean, hell, I just go on to that one. I would go on to Amazon and just start poking around and see what you like.
Mine's carbon fiber.
That wasn't cheap.
Mine's a Citizen Echo Drive.
That's a good watch. It's Eco, not Echo. But yeah, those are great watches. Solar powered. They've got a great movement, lasts forever, very accurate.
I've had it for several years. I got a good deal on it too.
I mean, it all depends on who. There are some people that hate Bulova. I've got a Bulova that I like.
Bulova.
Whatever.
I'm sorry. It's a reflex, actually. Every time someone says Bulova, it's a reflex. It comes out of me before I can stop it.
Yeah, well, I only speak one language, bad English.
Right. But literally on Amazon, you can just type in G-Shock and thousands of them pop up, and then you can just narrow down the range by price or color or whatever.
Like if you get on YouTube and look at watch channels, a lot of people hate Tag Heuers, but I have a Tag Heuer.
I think Tag Heuer is a fine watch. I had one. I had two at one time. I sold them all to. I sold them both to fund other purchases, but.
I just want to answer somebody's question in the comment section. Jerry is asking me if I've heard of David Koresh. Yes, I've definitely heard of David Koresh. The compound is on the north side of town.
What would be the point of David Koresh, Waco?
Because I live in Waco.
Now I like. I have two favorite watch brands in the micro brand universe. My favorite brand is Zelos. Obviously, I have dozens of them. And in the mainstream brand, my favorite brand is Breitling. I really favor Breitling and Omega. I think those are two watch brands that are really making stuff that appeals to me.
Do you think a Rolex is worth investing in?
Investing? No. Owning? Absolutely. I to the day I die, I will never understand people who buy watches as an investment. It just makes no sense to me. There are very few watches that hold or go up in value. Now, I mean, if you start getting into the nosebleed section, like Patek Philippe, Vacheron, AP, Ulysses Nardin, those watches hold their value, and quite a few of them even go up in value, depending on what they're made out of. I mean, like a platinum or yellow 18 karat gold, either white, rose, or yellow, Patek Philippe with a lot of complications is going to hold value and even go up in value. But there's not a lot of Rolex that you can say the same about. Now, lately a lot of Rolex Daytonas have been going up in value because they don't produce a lot of them, and they're highly sought after. But if you buy yourself, say, a Rolex Oyster Perpetual or a Day Date or a Date Just, no. I mean, they'll hold value pretty well, but you're going to get you're not going to get your purchase price back unless you hold on to it for a really long time. But if you say grab yourself a Submariner of certain vintage or certain types of Submariners, or say a Rolex Milgauss that has the blue dial with the green tinted crystal, you'll get your money back on those. But if you grab yourself, say, a Yachtmaster, especially the Yachtmaster 2, which is ugly as sin, you're not going to get your money back. You'll come close, but you won't get your money back. But watches in general, watches are not investments. I mean, that's just silly.
I mean, pretty much all Rolexes, and now granted, this was as of last year when I was really looking at the numbers. I mean, they're all on the secondary market going for at least $5,000 above MSRP.
Well, it depends on the model. I mean, if you're looking at a Rolex where they announce it and everyone and their mother wants to go get one, and they don't make enough, and the supply doesn't meet demand, yeah, you're gonna have people that grab one, sit on them for 6 months, and then flip them at a huge markup.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people were doing because of the screwy shit that was going on with Rolex's authorized dealers.
Yeah. But if you walk into a Rolex AD and you look at their display case, you'll see that they've got a ton of the entry Rolexes, the Oyster Perpetual, the day date, and the date just. And usually they're in steel or maybe they might be in a precious metal. But those are the common Rolexes. Common Rolexes. I use that term loosely. But those are the easy ones to get. Those are the ones that they produce a ton of, and they're relatively inexpensive. And you can walk into an AD and walk out with one the same day. If you have to walk into an AD and get on a wait list for a Rolex, like a Submariner or the new titanium Yachtmaster, which they just came out with, or a Sky Dweller, which is their most complicated movement, or a Daytona, and you have to sit there and wait 9 months or a year to get one, yeah, you'll pay $15,000, $20,000 for that Daytona, but you'll be able to flip it in a year for probably the same money or a decent profit.
Well, what I was hearing a lot of their dealers were doing too is, especially the ones that you get put on a wait list for. Well, you only get put on the wait list if you spend 15 grand in our store on something else.
Oh, and there are some ADs. I'm not sure if this is a Rolex wide policy, but there are a lot of ADs that won't put you on a list for the high demand stuff unless you bought from them before.
Yeah.
And I know Ferrari does that all the time.
You have to go through like a screening process, and they have to approve you to buy a Ferrari.
Wait a minute. We don't talk about MMT watches, Jay. MMT is garbage.
No, you don't like movement watches?
No, I'm thinking of another one. No, I'm sorry. Jay's right. I'm wrong. I'm thinking of MVMT. I'm sorry. I apologize, Jay. I retract that statement.
You don't like movement watches?
No, they're garbage. They're a fashion watch. They're unworthy of your money. Whiskey barrel watch. What? I've seen wood watches before. There's actually a place that I've been to here in Sarasota that sold watches made out of wood. I think that's, it's a nice gimmick. I'm not going to own one. Pepperex. I haven't seen Pepperex in here in a long time. Dr. Bob likes the Black Dial Milgauss. I love my Milgauss. I have one of those blue dial, green glass with the orange lightning bolt secondhand. I have one. Actually, I inherited from my dad. I like the watch. I think it wears great. It's very stylish. It's unusual.
I can't think of the name of it, but you were talking about fashion watches. I mean, there's a couple of brands I've heard of that people call nothing more than fashion watches that still sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars a piece.
I don't know about fashion watch that sells for hundreds of. Oh, you might be talking about Richard Mille.
No, that wasn't the one. That wasn't the one he was talking about. God, I cannot. Because I told you I'm subscribed to Nico Leonard, and I mean Hugh Blow. That's who he goes on about.
Oh, Hugh Blow. I hate Hugh Blows.
So does he. But I mean, those things are astronomical.
Yeah, and they're just horrible looking. I mean, they're like precious metal Invictus. I mean, they're just too damn much. They're too everything. They're too thick. They're too big. They're too gaudy. They cost too much. They just no. If somebody handed me a Hublot, I'd say, I'm just going to hand this back.
You know what? I'd take it. I'll take it and sell it.
The fact that you would ask me that question, Lou, is a bit on the creepy side, sir. I'm really worried about you for asking me that question. Yeah, I've heard of original grain friction. I really have. The problem with a wood watch, and I actually tried a couple on at this jewelry store that I go to locally that sold them for a while and then dropped the brand. They just weren't moving. I mean, I like titanium because it's lightweight. I like a titanium watch for that reason. But a wood watch, it doesn't feel like you're wearing a watch. It feels beyond cheap. Do I know what happened to that YouTube show called Morning Wood? I know it. I know they weren't doing well trying to produce Morning Wood. The two hosts weren't really doing Morning Wood that well, so I guess they let it deflate and go away.
That's a shame.
Pepperex has an SKX 015, but the bezel insert is destroyed. No, but there's there's a huge industry that's popped up around modifying the Seiko SKX watches. I mean, if you go to Long Island Watch, if you go to Crystal Times, you can go to, there's a whole bunch of places that do SKX aftermarket parts, bezels, inserts, bracelets, straps, crystals, movements. You can build an SKX watch out of just going. If you go on like Crystal Times or Long Island Watch, you can basically buy the parts you need to build your own watch.
I put a different bezel on my SKX.
Yeah, I did that a few times too. I guess we lost Baylor Man.
I think I showed you a picture. I ordered that the orange face one.
Yeah. They actually made an orange face SKX.
Yeah, I put a dark green bezel on it instead of the black one.
Yeah, there's another one. Pepperex. Whatever that is. I can't pronounce it. I'm having trouble with pronouncing words today, I guess. When you talk about the industry that popped up around aftermarket parts, would you consider that a cottage industry? Yes. Yeah, I mean there are companies that created themselves just to sell parts to modify not just SKX watches, but watches in general. I mean, there's a lot of parts out there for Seikos, SKXs, Sumos, Turtles.
Well, hell, I talked to you about it. I put a different band on that Hamilton that I bought.
Yeah. No, I don't drink friction. It's bad for my diabetes.
You could get away with it occasionally.
Right. Yeah, I did check the two I recommend. I haven't dealt with the one that Dr. Bob was talking about, but I'm sure he could give them a good recommendation. But Crystal Times is a great source for SKX parts and other parts. And Long Island Watch, hell, before they started doing their Islander brand, they were doing when you bought an SKX, you could literally have them you go through a menu of hands and crystals and case backs and inserts and bracelets, and you can literally mod the watch, pick the parts, they'd mod the watch for you and then ship it to you. So longislandwatch.com or islanderwatch.com, I can't remember which it was. Just Google Long Island Watch, you'll find them. They made it. They made their bones doing SKX parts. Pepper Jack Industrial or Cottage Industrial. Okay, I get it. Yeah, cottage cheese is just terrible.
I can't but agree.
Morning drinking greater than day drinking. Yeah, probably. Nam Oki mods. Reproduction Seiko cases. Okay. I never heard of them, but I know Dr. Bob's reputation in our watch community is solid. If he recommends somebody, it's a solid recommendation. Well, I hope my reputation in the watch community is as good as Bob's, but that's for other people to say.
You're usually who I call if I got questions.
Did you know there's a zero sugar in weed? I did not. But I don't want to damage my lungs. So no weed. Zero carbs, according to Friction Vixen. But
you don't have to damage your lungs at all. Get you some of those edibles. Get you a gummy.
Yeah, I could do that, I guess, but I don't know. I just got my blood chemistry straightened out. I don't want to risk it.
THC ain't gonna mess with it.
Well,
might make you lighten up a little bit.
Hey, fuck you.
Well, I just call it like a season, sir. Your ass is puckered up tighter than a snare drum.
I thought you liked me.
I didn't say that I didn't. Didn't even insinuate.
Pot brownies are great when you're in California or Colorado. Wasn't there somebody here who was always eating pot brownies? What was that girl's name?
Probably a lot of somebody's, but.
Well, no, there was one girl in particular. She was a Georgia fan, but she lived out in the People's Republic of Californication. What was her name?
You're talking about Tennille.
Tennille. Thank you. She was a funny girl, but she loonier than a June bug. No, not Pizza Woman. Although maybe Pizza Woman was a little Tebow. Sir, do not disparage the great Tim Tebow. Even Georgia people love Tim Tebow. Sir.
Disparaging Tim Tebow.
If there's one man on earth right now that you cannot disparage, it's Tim Tebow.
Oh, I can absolutely disparage Tim Tebow.
Oh, of course you can.
I can disparage anybody.
Well, don't. Just leave Tim Tebow alone.
See, I've got to be equal opportunity. Otherwise, I'm discriminating, and we can't have that in 2023.
Okay. Is it true that Pizza Lady retired? I don't know. I heard she got a real job and she can't do this anymore. But the source of that was Hoagie. So I don't know. Friction says, I know a sheriff that used to be a roommate, and he was a piggy that ate others' food until he ate my brownies. Nothing but regrets after that. There's Hoagie. I guess we can consider Hoagie a reliable source when it comes to Pizza Woman. So Hoagie told me that Pizza Woman got a real job and can't be online anymore. So, and Hoagie and Pizza Woman had a good relationship as far as I know. So Hoagie's going to be reliable to me on that subject.
Wait a minute. You trying to insinuate that I don't have a real job and that's why I'm here?
No, but she didn't have a job and then she had one. She was a student.
But your insinuation is that people with real jobs don't have time to be here. So you're insinuating that all of us here don't have real jobs.
There is a point there. Perhaps I should choose my words more carefully.
Perhaps.
But then again, perhaps not. No, I did. You're right. I should correct myself.
I'm just giving you shit. Damn.
Yeah, I realize that, but there was a little element of truth in what you were saying. So
There was.
I mean, Lou and you are here in the afternoon on a Wednesday, but you both have jobs. You are a interstate truck driver, the backbone of the distribution network in this country.
I'm still thinking about sending you that Invicta.
Do not send me an Invicta. I will go all Hillary Clinton on that thing.
That could have been
You know
your
what?
video for the talent show, is smashing an Invicta.
You know what? Send me the Invicta. I'm going to make a video of it. Anyone sends me an Invicta or a Movement watch or Filippo Loretti or one of those cheap fashion watches, I will make a video of me smashing it. We'll see if anyone steps up to the challenge.
I'm tempted.
Now, don't send me a G-Shock because I'll probably keep it.
Well, like I said, I mean, you go to the Invicta store and they're, buy one get three free. So I'll actually send you 4 of them to smash.
There's there in the University Town Center Mall here in where I live, there is an Invicta store, and I did walk in once just to get a good laugh, and they did have a buy one get 3 free, and there was not Christmas time, there was no holiday, there was no special occasion. It's just buy one get 3. Now they had to be of lesser value than the one. But that wasn't terribly difficult.
Do they make anything under a 50 millimeter? I'm not sure that they do.
I don't know. I saw one on. I saw it in the store. It was a 53 millimeter, and the bezel was, and you'll love this. The bezel was cable. It was copper. It was wrapped copper cable, like you would see in a battery cable. It was about that size around, like 4 gauge. And that was the bezel. And I'm looking at the damn thing. I'm thinking, huh? Who would wear that? I mean, I have a 7¼ inch wrist. It's a pretty good size wrist. I'm wearing a 46 millimeter watch right now. And it's about 50, if I remember correctly, it's about 52 millimeter across. This measurement from tip to tip, this measurement here, right here. And it fills my wrist up. I mean, I could probably I can get away with a 48 millimeter watch. I have 2 48 millimeter watches over there. That's the end. I mean, somebody has got to have like an 8-inch wrist to wear a 50 millimeter watch and not look like a fool.
Yeah, well, I do have an 8-inch wrist, so.
Yeah. Oh, so.
I mean, I can pull it up. It's still a little big for me. It's bigger than it doesn't feel comfortable to me wearing something that big. Now, I did want to ask you about something since we're on the subject, because I was looking around, I was perusing
for sure, Doctor. For sure, Dr. Bob. He sends me an Invicta. It is hammer time. I will shoot the video.
I was doing a little window shopping on the internet, and I came across.
Now,
I've never bought a used watch before, but it was a used Colt, Breitling Colt.
I have one of those. I have a Breitling Colt.
Well, what do you say as far as buying a used watch? Because that may be the only way I'd ever be able to afford a Breitling.
Hang on. Yes, I do. It's right over there. And I have some watches right next to me here, and I have some watches on my dresser in my bedroom right over here. But there's a room full of watches just off the bedroom. Lou's seen it. He'll tell you. A lot of my watches that I own now are not brand new. Now, most of the Zelos watches I own are new. Some of them I bought from other Zelos collectors. This watch, this Breitling here, is previously owned. I do not have any compunction about buying a previously owned watch. A lot of my watches are previously owned. Yes, in the Zelos room. Actually, the Zelos are all over the place, really. It depends on where you buy it.
Yeah.
For example, the last one of the two, I actually ended up with buying on the same day two different Breitlings from two different sources. One of the Breitlings I bought it off of eBay from a seller who had a 100% rating. But I bought the watch. It was the first watch I bought through their authentication program. And the way that works very simply is you buy the watch, you pay the money goes to eBay and is held in escrow. The watch is sent from the seller to an authentication center. They give the address to the seller. The watch is brought in and it's examined. It's made sure that the watch that was on the listing is the same watch, and they authenticate it to make sure it's not a fake. They check the serial number. They make sure it's a working watch. They do multiple checks. They authenticate the watch. They give you paperwork saying the watch is authentic, and then they ship you the watch. Once you get the watch and you approve delivery, they release the money from escrow. That's the way to do it through eBay. Now, that unfortunately is only available to watches over $2,000. But if I'm going to buy a higher end watch from that's refurb or second owner or whatever, used, we'll use that word. That's the way I would do it. I would do it through a process where the watch has been authenticated. Now, a lot of watches that I bought second that have been previously owned, I've been buying from either European Watch Company or Chrono 24. And they have their own ways of authenticating watches and checking them so that you have high confidence that you're not buying a piece of crap.
Yeah. Yeah, because that was something I've kind of considered. That's probably because I've told you before. My limit is
you're on
sub
thin ice.
$1,000. My limit's sub $1,000. So that's probably the only way I'm ever going to have a Breitling, or I've looked at an Omega too.
I've never made that measurement, Friction. I don't know if that's true. Might be true. I don't know. I just measured circumference. No, I understand where you're coming from, Slim. I do. Yeah, I know it's a joke, Nick, but it's a one-time joke. Anyway. Now, like a friend of mine with a big, pretty good sized YouTube channel. It's about an 80,000 subscriber YouTube channel called Random Rob. He used to say all the time that his comfort zone was $500 to $1,000, and he'd really like to keep it under $500 as often as he can. And then his tastes changed and he started buying higher end watches. And now his tastes have changed again. And he's back to trying to keep watch purchases well under $1,500, preferably in the 500 to 1,000 range again. So, tastes change over time. But I'd say a Breitling Colt shouldn't be more than $1,500, depending on what movement's in it and what it's made out of.
Well, the pre-owned one that I was looking at.
Yeah, my eyes.
I mean, I want to say it was still sub $1,000. I think it was somewhere around $800, somewhere between $800 and $900.
See you later, Hoagie. Thanks for stopping by, man. That's not a bad price. It depends on the model number, and is it a quartz?
No, it was an automatic.
Full kit?
Yes.
That's a pretty damn good price. Is it working?
Yes, it was working.
Has it been serviced?
I don't know about serviced. It had recently been polished.
Okay. Well, polish is not service, but
I mean, I would imagine if you're going to take the trouble to get it polished, you're probably going to get it serviced while you're at it.
yeah, you would think, but some people
Right.
Well, it's not. It sounds like a good price. I just, I'd want to get the specific model number of the watch, and then Google it and see what see how old it is. Maybe be able to pop that model number onto Chrono 24, and see. Chrono 24 is a great source for information in terms of pricing, because like I could get the model number off this World Timer and punch it into Chrono 24, and if there are others for sale, it'll tell me what the price range is, and they'll give me information about movement and size and that sort of thing. And and it's certainly a great opportunity to do price comparison, and maybe you find out that Colt is going on Chrono 24 for somewhere between your price and $1,200, and you would see that the price that guy is asking for is reasonable. You can say, yeah, I'll take it. Or you could punch it in there and say, hey, I've seen prices for that same watch as low as $600, and maybe you come in and say, oh, you want $895 for it? Well, how about $750?
Right.
So, that's what I would do.
Well, like I said, all of them so far that I've got, I bought brand new because I bought, I've got this one. I don't have many. I've probably only got like 6 or 7.
This
the
is true,
Hamilton.
Vandy.
The Oris I bought brand new.
Both good watches. Both are excellent. Oh, we got a thunderstorm out there.
Yeah. Bought the Tissot brand new.
I just hope it doesn't chop my power. That would be bad.
And then the only micro brand that,
all the brands you've named off. You have a G-Shock, you have a Hamilton, an Oris, you had Tissot. These are all very good watches.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with any of them.
Oh yeah. The only micro brand that I've gotten into so far, and I think I sent you, was that German brand Zeppelin.
Zeppelin?
Just because I wanted to I wanted to try a German brand automatic.
I actually, I don't remember what it was last year or the year before last, that Battle Angel was looking to buy a watch for Lou for to Christmas. Wow. Where did that storm come from? she wanted to get him a watch, and I was poking around, and I actually sent her some links from Long Island Watch, I believe, for Zeppelin, and great watches. I think they were out of her budget. She ended up getting another German micro brand called Messerschmitt. And I've seen Lou wearing that on videos every once in a while. It's a green watch with a brown strap.
Yeah, I got the one with the ivory face and the lighter brown strap.
Yep.
I don't know. It's just that
Zeppelin
real. I guess you would call it 30s, 40s styling that I like.
Yeah, the Art Deco. Yeah, I have a watch like that in my collection. It's from a company called Chrono Swiss. And it definitely looks like a pocket watch.
Yeah. But this one, and I told you I like complications on a watch. This one, your sub-dial, it's got 2 sub-dials and a moon phase. But the 2 sub-dials are your month and date.
Oh, wait a minute. Best color combo is olive green and brown or camel. Yeah, that's a classic color combination. Not going to find a lot of watches in black and red. Not a lot.
I'm sure there's a black and red G-Shock out there.
Oh, there is a G-Shock. You can find almost every color combo under the sun, but you're not going to find a lot of black watches with red trim that aren't named G-Shock. He needs a watch that my pimp hand is strong. I might recommend a Rolex Daytona Tiger Stripe. Wow.
Oh, good God. That was loud.
Yeah, it's getting bad. I had the light already flicker once.
Those Tiger Stripe Daytonas are ugly as sin.
Yeah, but they definitely say your pimp hand is strong because only pimps buy the damn things.
Well, yeah, that it does. I don't know. A lot of those funky Daytonas, I'm not a fan. Because there was another one too they come out with. I think it was like it's like a cheetah print Daytona.
Yeah. Yep, they have one of those.
Ugly.
Yep. And one of the worst ones is the Rolex Daytona. The entire watch face is diamonds with diamond indices, and the whole watch case, bezel, flanks, lugs, everything is diamonds.
Oh, yeah.
And the bezel is rainbow colored sapphires.
Oh yeah, the rainbow Daytona. I've seen that.
But anytime you see a jeweled Rolex, the one good thing about the jeweled Rolexes, those are the only Rolexes that are handmade anymore. All the Rolexes now are machine made for the most part, but they still haven't got machines that can hand match and hand inlay precious gems.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I guess I don't really hate to say it, but Rolex is probably a brand I'll never own one. Because I mean, even used, those things are going for $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 on the low end.
On the very low end, yeah. I mean,
yeah, I can't. That's beyond what I'm willing to spend on a watch. Because I've dropped more money into other things, but I like guns more than I do watches. It just is what it is.
Oh, I understand. We all have our passions.
Yeah.
We do. I like the Rolexes I have, so I'm happy with those. But they all came from Pop. No, Not entirely true. I did buy one Rolex on my own. It was a no date Submariner, classic black dial.
Now I like the look of a Submariner, and like I could see myself. What is it? The Tudor Black Bay.
My dad loved the Tudor Black Bays. He had a whole bunch of them, but they were all too small for me, so I sold them all off.
Like I may buy that, and that's like, that's one I guess since Tudor is owned by Rolex, I guess they can get away with making a clone.
Well, there's nothing in the Rolex catalog that is exactly like the Black Bay. They're kind of their own model, but you can get Black Bays. I've seen them under $3,000.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's basically, it looks like the Submariner. What it looks like. I think Invicta makes a
baby Submariner.
Yeah, I think Invicta makes a clone of the Submariner too, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, there are a whole bunch of clones of the Submariner. In fact, there's one company recently came out. They recently started up. The company name is called Relax. Really, Relax. Their logo looks like a Rolex crown. Only one of the crown spires has broken off and fallen over. And their Submariner substitute. I'm sorry, I just gave it away. Their Submariner clone is called the Substitute. It's really well done. It's really well thought out kind of marketing thing, but kind of funny. But I don't know how good the watch is. It's using a Japanese movement, I think. So, it is what it is.
I mean, I'm not going to say it's bad. I mean, Seikos are Japanese, and those are considered some of the best movements.
Yeah, Japanese make some very, very fine movements. Japanese, in fact, most all the micro brands, Zelos, Boulder, Talker, almost all of them use the NH35 or the NH36 from Seiko or a Miyota 9000 series. A few of them use the Swiss-made Salida movement. Hey, 162 is here. Good to see you, sir. Unfortunately, I got to wrap up because the storm is pretty bad, but I'm going to be going out to dinner with my mom and our broker in a little bit, and I got to get ready. So,
your world, boss. I just live in it.
Yeah, but thank you for stopping by again, good sir. Try and get to where you're going. Try and get to where you're going in one piece, please.
Yeah, well,
but
I still got a ways to go, so that's to be determined.
Well, if you see another one of those electric not Mustangs, please run it off the road.
I'm probably actually bound to see one because here in about 25 minutes I'll be in Cincinnati.
Well, do a service to the world of automobile enthusiasts and run one of those off the road.
I'm sure Camaro fans will be happy too.
Well, run a Camaro off the road too. That's also a good thing.
Hey, now, I got an uncle that still owns an IROC Z.
They're considered a classic now.
Yeah, ain't it? Yeah.
Those Fox body Mustangs are considered classic cars now. The youngest one is 30 years old now.
Fucking ugly pile of shit is what it is. I don't like them. I mean, I try like from the mid 70s to the mid 90s. I just act like Mustangs don't exist. They didn't put out anything that I liked.
Well, to each his own. Anyway, see you next week.
All right, buddy.
Or sooner on somebody else's stream.
Yeah, not if I see you first.
Point taken.
Yeah.
See ya.
All right.
All right, well, my friends, another live stream in the books. Another Wednesday afternoon live, episode 139 by my count. Good to see you, Colby. You came in just in time for me to wrap up. We're not embracing electric vehicles on this channel, Vandy Dandy. Go away. But episode 139 is in the books. We're going to do it again next week. I hope episode 140. See how that goes. Anyway, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button on your way out. I have 16 in here. Maybe I could get to 20 before I sign off. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks to Uncle Lou and Baylor Man and Slim Shady Canes for stopping by in the yard. And thank you to all the ladies and gentlemen. And Friction Vixen, of course, who gave us all a few wonderful moments of things to look at. I love you, Friction. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate your support, my dear. We'll see y'all again next week. Until then, peace.